Right, so boys and girls, this is Jack One Day here talking, and basically I'm in my car right now and I am installing the subwoofer just because I like that extra bit of bass. The speakers are all pretty decent in the car already, but I just want that bit more oomph, if you know what I mean. So yeah, the car is a Mercedes A-Class 2015 6.5 plate. It's the A180D Sport Premium model, but this is the model of the head unit, and I'm just going to basically show you how to get it out and install the sub, where you want the power wire to go, the remote wire, speaker wires, and just basically get it all set up. So yeah, so basically right now I've just got the head unit out. The head unit is that model. If you can see, you can pause the video, and it looks like that up front, and it was on there. So to get it out, as you can see, you're probably wondering why there's two missing air vents either side. You have to basically take them out to get the air vents out. Right, let me show you. So imagine that's in, right? You would have to get this little hook. You see that hole there right at the bottom that you can see the light through? There you go, that hole there. So you'd have to get a little hook to hook into that hole, which look like that, and basically you have to yank it out. It's pretty easy, but the thing is you have to do it right. If you don't do it right, it won't work, it won't come out. So what you have to do is you have to buy one of these hooks. I'll show you what it looks like. So it's one of these hooks, right? If you can see that. You can't, I tried using the coat hanger first, but the coat hanger metal, I basically just got coat hanger and bent the end to make it like that, like a little hook. But it just kept bending the metal because it was like bendable metal with your hand. Whereas this is like proper, like you have to use like a heat gun to bend this sort of metal, which is what you're gonna need. I can link in the description this one. It come from China. It took about 2 weeks to come. I think it was on eBay. But I'll put it in the description. Pretty cheap. How to get it out. So what you do is obviously get your tool, your hook tool, put it in this way. So you find the little hole, which, like you see, it's literally right there. That little hole there. So yeah, put it in like that, and then you turn it around. So the hole's at the top, the hook's at the top, and then you basically like lift it up so you're actually getting a good tug, and you kind of just gotta pull it, but I don't break my phone. And then both of them will come out. You just literally yank it out. You don't even need any of these like little lip things to like pry around the edge. You don't even need to do that. But then you need one of these to then, once you've undone the screws, which are there, if you can see, literally right there. Once you've undone them, you don't have to take them out because they're on this little joint thing here that moves up and down. So don't take them out. You'll know when they're loosened up. And then obviously the head unit, you keep the silver bit on and you just basically pry it out and then pull it out, and then undo the wires, and then you get that. Once you got to this, then obviously if you know what you're doing with installing subs, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just got to splice the wires, solder it on, and use one of these high to low converters basically, so then you can get the signal to your amp. I've used you can either use a constant live from the battery, or you can go to the fuse box down here under the footwell on the passenger side. There's a constant live you can grab from there, which is easiest, which is what I've done. And then the remote cable, you can have a fuse spur into a fuse box, or go into the remote wire into the back of here as well, splice into here. I think it's usually a blue cable, but I'm not 100% sure, so I might just splice into a fuse in there just in case. I don't know yet. I might try it out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The ground cable, you just find somewhere to ground it in the boot. Pretty simple. I'll show you the ground and everything else at the end once I've finished soldering these joints up. Right, so I've tested all the connections. So like all the connections I soldered to the speaker wires are fine. Obviously you can see the high to low converter in there, down there. It's literally slots in, which you'll need to buy as well. So yeah, the high to low converter is down there, as you can see, and it slots in nicely. And it's all soldered up to the speaker cables, which there is a picture on screen now. So they're the ones you'd want to solder to. I don't know if they're 100% correct, but it works fine, it sounds fine, and from what I know, it is the right ones. But now it's all been tested. I've done the remote wire rather than soldering it to, because I don't know which the remote wire is on the back of the stereo. What I've done is I've literally just put it into a fuse, just literally took a fuse out, wrapped the wire around it, and then put it in. Now it's all ready to put back, and it's been tested and it works. What you would want to do to put the stereo back in, when I was talking about earlier with the little screws up here, as you can see, and that one's pulled back, as you see. So see that this little toggle here, right? This thing will go forward and back. You don't want to make sure it's back, but you want to also make sure it's clicked like this, like that, and that's on both sides. So pull this one. That's it. And now the stereo is ready to go back in, but don't forget about this little white wire here. That needs to plug in when you lift it up and put it back together. But yeah, and then obviously you're ready to screw these back up and then put the air vents back in, and Bob's your uncle. You just need to tidy up the wires, which I haven't done yet. So I need to tidy up the remote wire, which is going to go down this side of the car, the passenger side. And then the RCAs, which I've basically tucked in through here, and they come out here. And then that's just obviously going to go over the driver's pedals, along the driver's side to the boot. But I'll do that when it's not raining, because right now it's raining outside, so it's a bit horrible job to do. But yeah. Right, so guys, this is another day. As you can see, the weather's a lot better today. It's all installed now, the sub's all in. The stereo's back in, as you can see, the vents are back in, it's all working now. It's been about like 2 weeks, no issues. So yeah, basically, once you've done obviously the RCAs and you've got the high and low converter behind this and it's all back together, what I did was I literally run the RCA cable down behind the pedals, and then run it along this plastic seal along the driver's side all the way to the boot. Past the rear seats in the back, and then obviously thread it into the boot. So that's that side. Once you've done that, then obviously you want to get the ground cable. That's pretty easy. Literally, I'll show you where I've done that. That was in the boot. It's literally find a bolt, just get it ground, literally somewhere in the boot. Pretty easy. And then the power cable, like I said, I've done it to the fuse. There's a constant live in the fuse box to obviously power all the fuses. So literally just hitch onto that. That's easy as well. And then I've run the power cable all the way down the passenger side seal, so literally exact same as this the driver's side, and then all the way through to the back, behind the back seats into the boot, where the sub is. And then the remote cable you're thinking of, so that cable is down there as well, running along with the power cable. So that's literally just spliced into the, I basically shred the cable at the end and then just wrapped it around one of the fuses that comes on with the ignition. So all you need is just like one of them little little voltmeters, just to find out which fuse comes on and turns off with the ignition or with the stereo, if you really want to be that specific. Just anything that really sort of doesn't stay on all the time, so otherwise it's going to drain your battery. So just literally use one of them little voltmeters, very cheap to get hold of, and then just literally test all the fuses. They usually have a little manual in the car with a fuse box anyway to tell you which fuse does which I also used. That was helpful to then find one and then just double check and make sure it does come on and off with the ignition basically. So yeah, I've done that. Literally just pulled the fuse out, wrapped the copper wire around it, and then just jammed the fuse back in. which some people think it's a little bit dodgy, that's not really a neat job, but it does the job and there's not really any hazard in it. To be honest with you, like, it's not going to cause a fire, from what I'm aware of anyway. You can get the little piggyback cables to make it look a lot more professional and neater, which I recommend. I did have one, but it was really weird. So like how the fuse box was laid out, if I stuck that in, it would like get in the way of another fuse, so it wouldn't go all the way in because another fuse is in the way, so it wouldn't work. So I was like, oh, I just have to resort to doing that anyway. So that's pretty much it. So here's the boot, as you can see it's all clean, and I've hid the wires. Basically they come in through there and this side, and then I've just literally tucked them down that side bit down there, and basically there's a bit slack, so I put it under this little latch thing, second cabin, and then cables are literally down the side here. Like you see, I've done a good job of hiding them, basically just use cable ties and stuff, but yeah, that's the sub. Right guys, so thank you for watching the video. I hope it's helped you in some way. If you need any more like sort of guidance or tips and help for it, maybe not the exact same car, but I can just give you some help, just leave your comments in the comment section down below. Make sure obviously to leave a like on the video if it has helped, or if not then dislike, and make sure you subscribe for more videos like this. Anyway, peace guys.